My name is Uncle Sam. Known. I am from Abia State. I'm an actor, also director. I happen to be part of this program. Well, I did not just venture into the profession. I just come into the profession because I know it is my passion in order to help to propagate the stories through acting for reality and people like you watching me now to see. That is why I am here, and I'm happy doing it.
Take one.
Action!
The effort we have put into Nollywood has gone beyond what we are saying. We have toiled day and night. We've gone into crannies and been into places that we're supposed not to be who we are not supposed to be. The effort we have done is so much that what is happening now doesn't want it at all. I cannot be able to count how many movies I've done because a week I shoot like 3-4 a week. I can't count them. It's because I entered into this industry as far back as 1986. Immediately I finished my secondary school. As an actor, I have a brand of myself, my name, Uncle Sam. It rings bell. And what makes me again is that the role that I normally take. All along, I've never taken a romantic role. And I don't know why they have not seen anything romantic in me or anywhere I can play it. I always play that role of a man who is so harsh, both in the home movies, in the war movies, in the contemporary movies, even in the Christian movies. All my acting is just so harsh. But on my life, I'm not harsh. I'm just gentle. My wife loved me because of my gentility. So I did not see the reason why I should be interpreting the other side of my life. But all things being equal, once it is a movie, and I love doing it, and I'll continue doing it until I get old. It's a profession that has no age that will say no, I will not act again.
Yes, I worked as a civil servant for a while. Left the civil service and then did a little bit of business. And then I felt that I have a space in this business of acting and movie industry. And I had to come into it. And here we are today. Ups and downs are everywhere. There's no profession that you don't see ups and downs. So ups and downs in the movie industry is normal. So all what you do when you come into a situation is to find a way to make sure you remain in the business, remain relevant, and get on and make sure you do what you are supposed to do. Avoid those things you are not supposed to do, so you rise. My greatest joy in this business is that it has come to a point where when I walk the streets, people come around to say hello, we know you, they're happy with me, they're happy with what I do as an actor. They see me in events, people are glad to see me and all that. People are happy with you. Yes, I've done a whole lot of movies. I've done a whole lot of movies. But I think one of the movies that pushed me was Throne of Glory. Throne of Glory that I played the King Neji. And Kenneth Okonkwo, very very powerful actor, was my son, and Walter Anga was my son too. He was a very crazy king, and I think I enjoyed playing that role. Yeah, it's been very good memories, because I try to maintain a type of decorum when I'm on set, with the crew, with my directors, with my producers and fellow actors. I don't think I've had a very bad experience, but you find out that sometimes there are things that you cannot avoid on set, but you need to resolve them so that the job will go on, so that we'll get to where we want to get to with the job. So it's not always even when you're offended or even when they don't do things right, you as an actor will maintain a certain level of decorum so that you also will be able to play along and do your role properly.
It's just had to do with God wanting you to be in a certain place, and that's just what happened to me. I had nothing planned. I didn't plan to be in this position. I didn't plan to be an actor. I just didn't plan anything. But you see, man proposes, God disposes. Acting is not easy. That's first of all. You must be your love. You must have the love for the craft. So for me, it was something that I was just so passionate about, and it sort of just changed everything about me as a human being. So it didn't change me, as my character still remains the same, but my job completely. You know, you're open to all sorts. You're open to all sorts of attacks on social media. You're open to all sorts of speculation about you. You're open to judgmental comments and all of that. So in your stride, you're able to manage all of that, knowing that they are just speaking from what they see, not speaking from who they know you to be. So yes, you're open to all sorts, and then you're able to also accommodate and just be the best you can be in your craft.
There is no need for all of this. It's gone.
It's gone.
In camera B, and this Isabella see you in camera C. Say 66 take one.
That would be Pregnant Virgin. Pregnant Virgin I did. It was directed by Leighton Dubisi Oko. I was in my year 2 in the University of Port Harcourt. That was done in 1996, thereabouts, yeah. So that was that's how I started. Even though I'd done very little, performances and stuff, but Pregnant Virgin was just what pushed me, brought me out into the limelight. Well, Silent Prejudice is the story about the Osu race and how people have been living with this stigmatization and not being able to attain a certain height in the society. And this is the time where there's so much awareness about almost everything. People must learn to not to discriminate one another and not to to have some sort of unionism in communities and not to begin to discriminate and bring it out somebody because somebody is an Osu. It's a mindset, and that has to be completely eradicated from the minds of the people. It will take time. It will take so many years, but we won't stop talking about it. It's something that we need to continue, in all our efforts to change the mindset of people who live in the rural areas, because they are so hell-bent on, segregating people who are freeborn and who are the Osu race. So it's just something that was practiced way back, and then it was useful, but now it's irrelevant, because even the so-called people who you are stigmatizing and saying that they're this and they're that, they're the ones who are very powerful. At the end of the day, they're the ones who are so gifted in talents, in industries, in politics, in almost everything. They are just the head, they rule. So it doesn't that tell you something? It just tells you that, hey, this thing is just mindset of the people. Something happened in the past where people were not so exposed to religion and all whatnot. But today, it's just so irrelevant. It doesn't add up to anything. It doesn't take out, it doesn't add. So instead, it just keeps, you just keep limiting, yourselves in a community where there should be one voice in saying that things are done properly. But because you can't cross this line. No, all of that has to be changed. It has to be completely eradicated. It's like taking us back to 100 years, 200 years back, when technology has gone haywire. Human beings are coming up with all sorts of innovation and all sorts, and you're thinking about something that happened 200 years ago. Come on, it needs to stop.
Sometimes the nature has it that whatever you have to be in life, follow your dreams. Why I say follow your dreams, you may be doing a different thing unknown to you, that God has something different for you. So I see the future, that what it holds for us, that before you become who you want to be in life, you have to follow your dreams. And that is the very reason why you have to be prayerful. Talk to God at all times to give you sense of direction. Because when God directs you, you will not make mistakes in life. I had mentors then when I was coming up, somebody like Ulu Jacob, whom we did some stage dramas together at the National Theatre in Lagos, Igomu. So I ever thought that one day I would want to be somebody like that. And I've been following the dreams. And I see myself going in line with that. And God is helping me. If you ask me, I may not remember, but I can say it's been a long time. But the time is now, because then I was only into stage drama. But now that I have been in motion pictures, God has been helping me also. Because that thing I ever dreamed, I am seeing it now. My transactions from Lagos down here, I started with stage. And that's why I don't have problem with motion pictures right now. God is helping me. It has been smooth. Why? Because it has been in me. I didn't just go to learn how to act, but it's in me. And I've been doing it. And it has been awesome. The Western world, if they discover you are good in something, they help you to get to the limit you want to go. But right here, you have to fight tooth and nail to be who you want to be in the acting industry. More to that, you might be invited to come for auditions. At the end of it all, you discover it is all about cliques. They call people they are friends with. They might not be as good as you are, but they pick those that don't deserve the roles. So it is not. I suppose it should have been a thing that they should work on merit. When you are good for a particular role, it should be given to you. But now sometimes they even sell the roles. Well, if I may give an answer to that, I think based on the kind of person I am, I don't consider anything too hard to me, because I have learned to accommodate people by characters and who they are. Because if you must be a public servant, you should be able to absorb whatever anybody does to you. So I don't hold any action to heart. And as an actor, there is no permanent enemy, no permanent friend. So the person you want to keep as an enemy today might be those, one of those that will lift you up tomorrow. So I don't think I have an enemy. The ups and downs, the way people might call it, I don't think I have one, because I don't keep anything. I don't put anything to heart. Even if you hurt me, I think it's one of those things I should respect, because we are from different backgrounds and orientations. Selling point as an actor is being of good conduct, behave yourself wherever you find yourself, to be part of any job, behave well, and try to live a kind of life that people will emulate. It is often heartening that people will come and misbehave because of what they see on set. Maybe you see girls and all that, you want, as a man, you want to misbehave. I believe when you behave yourself and get conducted in that set, something will happen, that people will look for you because of the way you behaved. And whoever is producing that job will look for you, because when you are on set, you don't give him any problem.
I don't know of now, but in those days, we were involved. We want to know how to do best. I'm sure of what I'm saying.
Hi, my name is Chik, the actor. Growing up as a young man, I've always wanted to be an actor, a filmmaker. I did my first act in my primary school when I was in primary 6. I did my first act, and it came with uploads, and I found out that I loved creating stories. You know, I wrote my first script in I think that was between 1996 and 1997. I wrote my first script, and with that script I wanted to make it into a film, so it made me chase after being in the industry, and it made me understand that you can not make this film if you don't first of all understand the industry. And one of the easiest ways was to become an actor, and I became so excited about it. So that was how I got to be an actor, and I got registered with the Actors Guild in year 2000. Well, first of all, I've done a lot of movies. But I remember I did a movie which I played the character Notrina in Enugu back in the days. I think that was 2000 and
Can we hurry up, please?
around 2007, between 2007 2010, and it gave me a push. One of the things it did for me is that's where I was casted to work with a producer called The Cross. You know, so with that, it took me to the next level when I did the movie Broken, which broke into the air. Then after which I did Tinsel, which blew everything, and everybody was like, Caesar, 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 you know. And since then it has been, just as I said earlier, forward and upward only.
not come in contact with any evil spirit.
Amen.
This family is blessed, oh God. Father, I pray.
All right, my name is MC Complete Igbo Man. Yes, I've sometime had a story. I went down to I went to anchor an event somewhere there's Enugu. Yes, well, I heard a story of a particular king who happens to be Osu or something. Somebody whispered it into my ear, as a visitor. Before someone just told me, that king is this. You understand? So I know that is exactly how they normally tell everybody, and that's what every of members of the community have in their mind. Before telling the visitor that just came in, just something that is happening there, that automatically everybody is having it. So that separation is there. You understand? So I felt somehow when I heard the story, but I was like, this thing doesn't matter to me. Yes, in my hometown too, somewhere around in Imo State, around Akuma. Yes, Akuma, in Osun local government. We have such people too. Someone told me that, so from this place, we're just passing by. He told me from here to so place, these people are Osu. But funny enough, these guys are very rich. They're always very rich. Then most people relate with them. Yes, they do business with them. Some go to borrow money from them. Some do a lot of things with them. At the end of the day, they come to the backside and tell you this is Osu. And they have the same blood, the same type of human being you are. Everything you have, they have. Just because of one history or the other. Someone decided to. So I've experienced some of them. I've even seen some. Some are even my friends. Yes.
As a matter of fact, I've done a whole lot of projects that are quite big. But the truth is that this is the very first time I am doing a project for an NGO. I'm not just doing a project. I'm involved. My two legs, everything is involved because I happen to share with the mandate, the commitment of the NGO. So it's not just about the project, it's about the fight that I am convinced, my conviction is very, very, very deep about fighting the menace of the Osuka system.
I'm sorry, sir.
So Osuka system is been there, it's been there. It's a very serious issue in the Southwest. Now, Silent Prejudice. Silent Prejudice is a TV series that seek to X-ray and reassess the practice so far and try to bring to the fore the shortcomings of this practice. The Osuka system has 8 principles. That there are things, there are do's and don'ts, and these principles worked those days when people live in hamlets, when people seem to know, everybody knows everybody. I am a voice of discourse first and foremost because I am a human being. Secondly, because I am an Igbo man. It is Osuka system is an Igbo thing. Thirdly, by the special grace of God, I have had experiences where I met with friends, I grew up with friends, and at the end of the day, I will be told that I'm not supposed to give the order. My name is Chris Ogekalu. I'm the producer and director of Silent Prejudice TV series.
Mr. Cork, C-O-K. Let's not mistake it for the other that you know. He's been a wonderful guy. He's taking a risk, and I pray that the risk pays off. It's actually paying off. Delving into a very topical issue like the Osu caste system.
Hello, hi, my name is Ifefe Doris Ifoma, playing Isabella on the set of Silent Prejudice. Okay, Silent Prejudice is a series that advocates that the Osu caste system, which is being practiced in the Igbo society, it's a series that advocates that the Osu caste system should be abolished and totally eliminated. So it's just a series that shows why the Osu caste system should be abolished and shouldn't be practiced in the Igbo society anymore, because it's an archaic policy, so it should be totally eradicated. So that's what Silent Prejudice is all about. Well, honestly, I haven't. I'll be honest, but I know it's something that has been practiced, because even my mom, when I told my mom about the movie, she said, oh, that even in my village, some people still practice it. So yeah, but I haven't met anyone called that also before. Well, it's something I've been very passionate about, acting right from when I was a child. I've always been passionate about it. So what really made me take it up is, yes, I see people act, I watch people act on TV, and I've always wanted to be on TV, and it's something I've always wanted to do as a child. So yes, that's what made me take up acting, because it's something I'm very passionate about. Well, I've done some couple of other movies. I've done series in Lagos. I've done Daddy's Girls, Tales of Eve, Karma, Gina and Friends. And I also produced my own movie in 2015, which is My Marriage. So yes, I've done some couple of good jobs, and I've worked with some good directors too.
We have also been portrayed as not too rich. We're not rich, we're just commoners trying to make ends meet, trying to see how we can save for or against the Osu caste system. We're also shocked to see how the whole thing is evolving. Try to draw a lesson or so from the system that a lot of people think should be abhorred. That's actually what we are. We have not been fully established though, but I know that with time the writers are thinking up what relevance do we become. But you know, it's about drama, ups and downs. This could happen today for you, tomorrow it could catapult you to the next. Each character, I know now, I do believe that the writers are developing, the stories are unfolding, and basically it's about the caste system. It's something that draws a it's thematic. It draws a moral lesson. It draws a spiritual lesson, and people are now being conscientized. Do I continue to look at a fellow human being created by God to say I should not associate with him? Is there an ailment about being an Osu? Is it just much ado about nothing? What about it? Why must we segregate, separate? Why must we use a knife to divide and say this is a brother? Why would you come out and say that somebody's blood or has been dedicated to the gods? Is it their practice? Should it be? And that's why you see of late a lot of advocates or advocacies who have come to team up to say that let's tell ourselves the truth. What is bad is bad. You remember the Eastern governors at the point? Let me start with late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. There was a time he came out to holistically condemn the act of calling a fellow human being as one dedicated to a god, to discriminate a fellow human being. It's inhuman. It's against humanity. It's against the law of God. God has never created us to let us know that you, because you're black, or you, because you're from social family, I shouldn't associate with you. God has preached neighborliness, and that's why the Bible will always tell you, love thy neighbor as thyself. And the Bible will also let you know that who is your neighbor? The person you see each day. And people like Bob Marley sang a song, whether red, yellow, green, we're all one, and we need to show love. A lot of efforts are on to see that we can abrogate absolutely, completely the Osu caste system. We've seen one time the Enugu state governor they took steps, but you need laws, you need legislation to see how this can be put to fruition. But whether people now comply fully in terms of practice remains the other thing to be talked about. But most importantly, and basically I must say, is that an effort has been started, a move to say, listen, we're all one human beings, created by one God, whether you're a Muslim or a brother, because it appears it's not just an Igbo culture or an Igbo thing. If you go deep down and research into the African setting, it's a global issue. Why people segregate people. You may not use the word Osu caste system, but because it's been prominent in the Osu land of late, the people of Aba community in Nwangele local government area also came together to say, let's do this. The religious were there. They all came out in their folds to say, we are totally condemning this system. Let's see ourselves as one. They made sacrifices. They came with one huge voice to speak against it, and that was a huge step for me by the Nwangele Aba people in the Nwangele local government area of Imo State. We want to see other communities follow suit to condemn what is wrong, to let us believing that yes, indeed, we are one people created by one God. People you call the caste, the Osus or the Umes, they're making huge progress. They're educated, economically they're empowered, and they have affected humanity in several ways. They are building projects that it's impacting hugely on human beings. So why don't we think otherwise, or rethink it to know that it's absolutely rubbish to look at a fellow human being and say to the person, you are dedicated to the God. You don't belong to where I belong, or I should not associate with it, except for criminal situations or word situations. Then you would want to, on a very personal note, dissociate yourself from people or refuse to associate with people because they have criminal records or health issues. But for crying out loud, I think that let's continue to show love, let's continue to be there for one another, and let's continue the advocacy that will cleanse completely the Osu caste system. Whether you think you are a Diala, Nwa Diala, whether you think somebody should not be called Nwadiala. The important thing is that we're all one beings created by God Almighty. And I want to thank, I call him Cock, C-O-K. Sometimes a lot of people want to, why do you call him Cock? Cock's just a short name for Chris Ogekalu and the wife, the entire crew. Marvelous job. It's been quite tedious, gathering humans together, great actors on sets, everybody working under one umbrella to achieve one common goal, which is, from our own point, we're also preaching advocacy to see that the Osu caste system is completely abrogated or abolished. It's been fantastic. Tedious work on set, agreed, but it's been a huge fun and fantastic seeing that we're also playing our role in the campaign against the Osu caste system.
Yeah, my name is Chizoba Oran. I'm an actor and I'm part of the artists. I'm shooting the movie Silent Prejudice. I'm among the chiefs that are in the community, precisely Amoji. And we are countering the Igweze proposal not to abolish the Osu system in our community. Since '96, I've been in the industry, and we all do it for the passion. And in fact, it's all about the passion we have for the industry. The Nollywood business, then I was in school. Yes, I could remember passing and I saw a poster, an audition poster. Then I tried to try my luck. Then I went there. I was auditioned. I did well, and from there, the first movie I shot. It was okay. That's Exile. That was Exile. Yes. From there, I didn't stop. From there, I was getting roles. Directors, producers were like, okay, they were calling. Obviously, it should be right. It should. I believe in it. It should, because that's all the aged practice, traditional practice of the Igbos. So I don't see why we should be saying someone is Osu, maybe an outcast, and this person is a son of the soil. I believe we're all one. We speak the same language. We're from the same ancestors. We're from the same forefathers. So I don't see the reason why we should say that Osu should not go. For me, at this present time, whoever that is standing that Osu should not go, I believe that person is not doing it right. Like I was given a very great opportunity in my first movie, Exiles. I remember, directed by, it was produced by Obi Madubogu, late Obi Madubogu, of, okay, may his soul rest in peace. Then directed by, I think Kenneth also. May his soul also rest in peace. So, okay, Andy Amanechi was the director. Yes, I remember. Andy Amanechi was the director. And immediately after that movie, when that movie came out, I remember
I got a role in Widow, also produced by Obi Madibo. From there, I got a role in one other movie directed by Lancelot then. So a lot of things, a lot of movies were coming, a lot of opportunities were coming and calling. So one movie can, I believe, one movie can shoot you up to stardom. So most of like me, I'm not always there, but because of my work, so the little time I have, I utilize it. And most of the directors that always call me, they are the people that I've worked with, and I believe that I've done something good that they see, and they will always want me to come back again on any of their sets. Wow, season 1. They should look in that season 1. Is mind blowing. Is a kind of it exposed a lot of things, and when it comes to Osu issue, it exposed a lot of things. Like me, I'm from Anambra State, ancient Nri Kingdom, where we are the custodians of the Igbo culture, and I know what Osu issue has brought up in many families. That separated a lot. So this a mind-blowing silent prejudice. Sit down, watch it. I don't think you will regret watching it, and you will have a lot of experience and ideas about what is going on. And by yourself watching it, you tell other people that Osu system or Osu practice has to be eradicated. I have my former chairman here of AGN Enugu chapter, Mafia Fulagun Baka. We have TT Temple, we have Steve Ebo, we have our chairman also here, Agility Mora. A lot. I cannot name them all.
Madam, the 100,000 votes from this local government are all for His Excellency.
My name is Regina Topesi, and I'm acting as a princess in the movie Silent Prejudice, and it's a wonderful movie, and I am honored and excited to be here. I didn't see myself acting movie at any point, but my uncle, I would say, nominated me and wanted me to be in the film, and that's why I'm here. And I'm learning in the process because I've not been at the side of the camera before. Working in a TV house doesn't give you that, so to say, thing to say that you can really act. No. It's all about what you have inside and how you can project it out there and how you can interpret the script you have. A lot of people think being in the TV world is like you can do anything. Sometimes some of us are very shy, just like me. I used to be very, very shy, and even till today, I'm shy. I didn't even see it coming that I would do this, but today I'm doing it, and I'm thankful. In all, I would say that I have two major people that are so dear to my heart, that are very close to my heart, that each time I watch them on TV, the way they interpret their scripts, the way they have make the movie industry, I would say kudos to them. And they are my role models. They have really, really blessed souls, and I'm a part of that, let me say, people they have blessed, Iniedo and Genevieve Naji. Thank you so much for making us proud of what you know how to do. I'm just coming up, I'm like an incoming thing, you know, and I'm happy to be in your world because I've always prayed and told myself, I wish I could be like any of you. Well, I won't lie to you. If from my own world I have to interpret what Genevieve, Iniedo, Mercy Johnson, Omotola, Kate Enshaw, my sugar girl, I love her because she's always smiling. You know, if I have to say what I have, from my own terms, I will tell you they have given us all. But I know there is still more that we can give. I can't really say that I have that much to give because I'm learning. And until I get to that point, I think the viewers are the ones to tell me if really I have that thing to give out. I can't sit down here and say, yes, I have something to give. No, I don't think. But I know I have a little, you know, the little swag, you know, my body there. That's it. Okay, Kalu is a very, very wonderful director that I didn't want to do this because I kept telling my uncle that I don't know how to. I won't be able, even sitting down in the studio, to interview people. Somehow, sometimes I make a lot of mistakes because I'm shy. But he had to encourage me, he had to talk to me, he had to put me in the right mood to make me understand that, look, you can do it. The director has been a very wonderful person. And, you know, when I hear some people say when they come on set, the way they are being treated, the way they talk to them, and all of that. But I have not seen any of that. He's been a very wonderful and encouraging person. And I think I would want to work with him all the way because he's a source of strength to me. Yeah, with him, I would want to jump into any role because even when I don't even know how to interpret the script, he talks to me and the way he talks to me, the way he tries to read the lines to me, would want to even make me like, okay, let me jump at it and do it. So I would want to work with him again and again and again. He's a very nice person and it's someone you can really learn from.
My name is Femi. Well, first of all, it's a great privilege to be here, to be given this opportunity. My debut on any film set. I'm playing the role of a senator from the southeast that's deeply concerned about the whole issue of the Osu thing, and one of those that's fighting to ensure that it's abolished by introducing a bill in the Senate to put a stop to the whole thing. So that's essentially what my character will be doing. Well, not really, because it's a universal issue, you know, where injustice is being perpetuated anywhere. It's a duty for all of us to try to come together, regardless of nationality, regardless of your background or where you come from. This is a grave injustice, a very serious issue. It's a very big problem. It happens to be one that's prevalent in the East today, but there are other issues in other parts of the country, which I'm sure we will come to eventually, and bring to the big screen to create awareness. But this particular one was not difficult for me. As you know, my better half, Precious Chikwe Banikande, is also, she's from the East, and she's in this movie too, which gives me some comfort. But so I know and I've learned a lot about the people of the Southeast, and it's a great honor and privilege to be given this opportunity to bring to the fore some of the challenges that they face in that part of the country. So really, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's something that we all have a duty to try to change. That's why I'm in this film.